You want to play a protection warrior and don't know where to start? Well, look no further, friend, because this is Quicks, and we will quickly tell you what Prot warrior is, from how it works with spells and cooldowns to what pros and cons it has. The goal of protection warrior is to build rage and spend it on damage mitigation abilities or damage dealing abilities. The basic abilities with which you will generate rage will be your charge, shield slam, thunderclap, and auto attacks, which are your normal melee weapon swings. You also have big spells, which we refer to as cooldowns, for they actually have a longer cooldown timer. Such spells are Avatar that, among other things, will give you rage, and other cooldowns that you will get through talents. The basic rage spending abilities from the most to least important are Shield Block and Ignore Pain when it comes to mitigating damage, and Revenge for damage dealing. The better you are at using your rage generators and then spenders, the better tank you will become. What you need to understand as a protection warrior starts with your mastery critical block. By using a shield, you have a default chance to block attacks, which is increased by your mastery. That also makes you able to critically block while giving you attack power to make your abilities deal more damage on top of it all. Blocking an attack means you reduce the damage it deals to you significantly, and you normally will block melee attacks from enemies or physical attacks in general. Not all are blockable, and you will learn which is which as you play. Critically blocking means you will negate double the damage you would by blocking normally. Other core mechanics you need to be aware of is Vanguard, making you tougher than normal people and converting your strength into armor, and Riposte, which gives you a parry chance equal to the amount of crit you have. Parry also only works on melee attacks, and parry negates the full amount of damage. Similar to blocking, this is also based on a chance to occur. This is not a problem when using Shield Block, however, since that gives you a 100% chance to block for as long as it is up. Blocking is what makes Protection Warrior the undisputed best tank to mitigate physical damage. Ignore Pain gives you a mediocre absorb and is far less useful than the game would have you believe. You would want to use this over Shield Block only when taking only magical damage that is by nature not blockable. Otherwise, use it to make the damage you take smoother to heal or to prevent capping on rage. Otherwise, Revenge is a much better button to press. Shield Wall is your bread and butter defensive cooldown. It reduces the damage you take by 50%. This is massive and good to absorb big hits from raid bosses or to tank a lot of mobs at once in a dungeon. Demoralizing Shout is a weaker version of this that acts as a debuff on the enemies around you. Last Stand gives you a big chunk of health for 15 seconds, and you can use it to prevent dying to big attacks. Avatar gives you rage and damage. Use it every time it is available. Spell Reflect is unique to warriors, and it will either reflect the spell back, usually an instant damage spell like a Frostbolt, or will give you a 20% magic damage reduction for its duration. Shattering Throw is another unique warrior ability that lets you destroy magical immunity abilities and deal large amounts of damage to shields. Lastly, Berserker Rage will make you break fears if ever a boss or a mob will cast a fear on you. You'll be very good at tanking large amounts of physical and especially blockable damage. The best at it, actually. You are a very mobile tank with Charge to get to your targets quick, Intervene to get your allies quick, and Leap to reach any other place you want. Intervene also lets you tank melee and range attacks for your allies if they stay close. You bring benefits to your group through Battle Shout, giving them attack power, Rallying Cry, giving everyone a mini Last Stand, Shockwave, which lets you stun groups of raid adds or mobs in dungeons, and Intimidating Shout to fear them if needed or simply kill them with big AoE damage. What you are not that great at is taking magical damage, maybe even the worst tank at it. If you make mistakes in your rotation, you will be severely punished for it and hard to come back from. You have lower self-sustain than other tanks and hence a bit more reliant on a healer to keep you alive. Outside of the stun and fear, your utility in crowd control lacks as opposed to other tanks. The easiest way to start playing protection is to use this talent build no matter what you do. Works well for all situations. Hope you enjoyed this quickie on Prot Warrior, and you will find it easier to pick up. If you want to learn about how it works with all of the systems of Shadowlands, check our full guide on our channel.
I've been loving it then, I still love it now. Still, I play WoW. Still, I play WoW. Getting better every day, let me show you how. Cause still, I play WoW. Still, I play WoW. It's getting harder to stay, but at the end of the day, it's a guilty pleasure, so just log in and play. Whether it's classical retail, I'ma do a /bow. Still, I play WoW.